Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is the wonderful Aurora 4X. Let's play. So, where were we? Yes, so in the last episode, we finally got our first extrasolar colony. We have set up over on Beta Telescopy. We've got 17 million people living there. We've got about 516 automated mines chunking their way through stuff. Got 16,000 here. How many mass drivers do we have here? 11, so tons of excess mass drivers. Look at this freaking planet. 168 million resources there, 284 million here. Truly juicy stuff. So we're going to get all that back to Earth, a lot of it. And we're also going to start some local industry. As you can see, we're building towards that. Now, what are my fleets up to? Right now, we've got Colonial 1, which is taking people to and from Beta Telescopy. We've got Freight 2, which is taking infrastructure to take Beta Telescopy from Luna. How much spare infrastructure does Luna have right now? None, in fact. It has a negative growth rate right now. Okay, so we should stop doing that. And Freight 2 rather, is doing nothing. Which is a single Chronicles level freight. Alright, so that's just being disassembled. I'm assuming. Cool. So Freight 1, we will stop cycling those moves, send it back to Earth, and consider what we take over next. We'll probably want to take some more construction factories over, honestly. Get some of this industry growing. Because we have, we have some stuff here that we can use. And obviously it's more efficient to build locally and not have to ship stuff around as much. Okay, Venus. Yeah, there's still tons of macassium I do want there. Research-wise, yeah, I think what we'll probably try and do this episode is come up with a bit more of a unified research strategy. Actually think a bit more about what we're researching and why. Start trying to move towards having our first actual military fleet ready to go out there and explore the world. Construction factory. Construction completed. Okay, yeah, how much corundium? I haven't got much corundium, so I don't really want to make automated mines. We should probably grow our naval shipyards. Should add some slipways. We want like probably 4 slipways on these, I think. Industry-wise, how much maintenance capacity can we handle? 100,000 with 100. Okay, so we want to dramatically increase that. Let's take that to at least 400,000. Okay. I think that's good for now. This is a lot of build points, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert by any stretch, but let's go with that for now. Okay, we discovered abandoned mines, some deep space tracking stations. Freight 1's finished their orders. So yeah, let's use Freight 1 to refuel, resupply Earth, then load some construction facilities and take them over to this planet, unload installs, come home, and then just let's repeat that. They're taking 500,000 cargo capacity. They're taking 20 construction facilities at a time. We have 2,000. So let's take, and just so you can see what I'm doing here, we're taking, this is one set of the orders. Let's take 20, 40, 80, 160. And that's going to be more than enough. And then come back to Earth. And refuel. Cool. That is doing that with intra-system jumps, but I really don't want to have to do it again. So I'm just going to let them do it slightly less efficiently than they could. So abandoned mines being unveiled. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Hang on. Ah, stop. Stop. Okay, that's better. The Victoria 3 soundtrack is good, but very poorly balanced. Alright, some Daniel C's have been built. So I can now add them into this fleet, which is right now going towards Earth. Perfect. So you guys split off. Merge up with Colonial 1. Good. And do I want to build more freight stuff at Earth? What have we got? 20? We should let's just build 5, and then we'll just have some, you know, in reserve. Seems good. Shipyards have completed their orders. So Colonial 1's going to be taking people at a higher pace. Some abandoned infrastructure. New police guys getting trained. Good. Some alien artifacts. Oh, a ground force construction thing was found on base. And some wealth. Oh yeah, speaking of wealth. How's our wealth doing? It's dropping. Okay. Let's switch things up a bit then. The research facility, I'll knock it down to 30%. And we'll use the remaining 20 on some financial centers. And what is our wealth situation here? We have a deficit of 2,000-ish. We're making 2,000 from financial sectors. We've got to double the number of financial sectors. Got 600. Give me another 600. Simple. As we increase the population on other planets as well, it'll help there too. Some automated mines, some fuel. We're really hoping that we find some ancient constructs in amongst these abandoned installations. We've looked through about a quarter of them so far. Haven't found any yet, but we're very hopeful. And of course, as our number of construction factories here increases, the rate that we're going to build new ones will rapidly increase. I think actually this might be enough. The 130 we have here now seems like it's actually enough. So I'm going to get Freight 1 to stop its orders on this wave. There's the new Daniel Freights, and we're just going to keep them in reserve. Did I set up a logistical mining network? Yes, I did. Okay, good. So we do have someone loading stuff from that new planet and bringing it all home. Freight 1's done. Is there anything I want Freight 1 to do? I'm not sure there is. No, I don't think there is, to be honest. Okay, so we've got our fire control range. Nice. What are we up to? 48,000. Got to go a bit further than that. So just keep at that. Some abandoned mines. Another deep space tracking stations and ordnance factories. None of this really matters except ancient constructs. They're the only ones that really have a long-term impact. Oh, a terraforming installation. That's kind of fun. So we found a terraforming installation, which means, oh, we have a worker shortage here as well. I didn't think about that when I sent over all these extra construction workers. That is my bad. Population is growing, though. We should stop building stuff that takes more people, though, because everything just works less well, basically, when you have a worker shortage. I think there is a modifier that you can see somewhere in here. Yeah, manufacturing efficiency modifier of 83%. So instead, we'll build automated mines. Maybe 50 of those. Because they don't, obviously, they don't take any population, so they won't exacerbate that problem. And as the population here grows, we'll just correct for the worker shortage that way. We also, of course, have all these ordnance and maintenance workers and stuff, which we don't really want here. So actually, let's get Freight 1 to head on over and then load up the ordnance factories, the fuel refineries, the maintenance facilities, the financial center. And then come home with that lot. I think they'll be able to pick it all up in one go. Just because we don't need these things there, and they're just using up areas of my manufacturing sector, basically. Is there anything from Earth I'd like to send somewhere else? What do we got mines-wise here? We still have 800 mines here. Yeah, we should be focusing on this area, in this planet. Actually, now I think about it, we shouldn't be doing this much construction. Not nearly this much construction. We should just have all of them working mines. Yeah. Yeah, so once that's finished, we're gonna just take over all our mines, basically, because Earth basically doesn't have any resources left, no significant amounts. There's loads of, well, it's not true, it's not an insignificant amount, there's a million, but it's mostly stuff we don't want. And which of these are getting mined? You've got a fair amount of stuff here on Mars. You've got 9 million available workers too. You could handle like at least 200 mines on Mars. Okay, so let's put 200 mines on Mars. And then which was it? Io. Yeah, Io has some good stuff as well. So we'll want to put some mines on Io. You know what? Let's get a second freight fleet running. And by second, I mean third, really, because we've got this one here. But oh, yeah, speaking of that one there. Shipyards. Earth. This one, I want you to scrap the old Chronicles freight, please. Good. Now, shipyards, shipyards. Give me a little refresh there. You Daniel boys, detach. Head over into Freight 2. And Freight 2, the Chronicles one, can get detached. And then this is our Freight 2. Okay, so they can hold 5 installations at once. I said I wanted 200 mines on Mars. So Earth, refuel, resupply, load mines, Mars, unload installations, and we're going to repeat that. So that's 5 mines, 10 mines, 20 mines, 40 mines, 80 mines, 160 mines. Cool. We'll start with 160. That seems okay. Yes, and then at the end of that whole malarkey, I also going to need you to take over. Let's try 5 mass drivers. And that seems good. That's going to take them 100 days. Okay, cool. And then the rest of this guy we can handle taking some probably infrastructure to Io, I think. And is Io the only other populated mine? No, Titan is as well. Okay, but Titan, this is less. Well, Galasite's pretty nice. So Io and Titan we're going to try and do some infrastructure building on as well. Luna has now fallen under the population because that's when I think it's because this is where I'm taking the... No, Luna is still flagged as a destination of colonists. Okay, that's wrong. You should be a source of colonists. And the rest of these, I think, actually, I want stable. Except Mars, because we've got mines there. Yeah, Earth is stable. So the only source of colonists we have right now is Luna. Cool. And we're doing that because I want the population on Earth to get really high. Oh, yes, right, and there's something else I realized, which is beta telescopy. We got a single, what do you call it? Terraforming installation. So we might as well start terraforming it. Let's take a look at the situation on Beta Telescopy 2, the capital of the system. All right, I don't need to check because I designated them all. Clever me. So it's the ones with 3s that are the man mines. Okay, so the problem here is that the atmosphere is not breathable. If it were breathable, then there would be a colony cost of only 0.3, which is very, very nice. So what is in this atmosphere? We've got some frozen chlorine. I mean, it's not in the atmosphere, you know what I mean. We got too much oxygen. That's the main problem. Certainly too much oxygen. Quite a lot too much oxygen, actually. So let's take out a bunch of oxygen. This is not a good UX, but... which, again, I will complain about this game, various things, but I'm far less annoyed by bad design or bad UX in a game like this than in something like, you know, say Stellaris, because it's one dude. So it's amazing UX for one dude. When you don't have add gas to atmosphere ticked, that means remove gas from atmosphere. So we're going to remove it down to 0.3 atmospheres. It's going to take a very long time. Like, we're going to see almost no change in this number every month because we have an annual terraforming capacity of 0.0001 atmospheres. But this, you know, we might as well start the process now anyway. Freight Run has completed its orders. We got any infrastructure on Earth right now? No. We should maybe make some more infrastructure. Are any of these places over-infrastructured? No. I'm trying to think what to do about the fact that I want Io and Titan to have more infrastructure. We could just wait, obviously. You know what? Yeah, let's just take over the extra mines over to Beta Telescopy 2. And what I'm actually going to do, I think, is undo some of the stuff I just did. So we refuel and resupply Earth. We load mines. We go to Beta Telescopy. We unload those mines. Then we load some of those construction facilities and we bring them back again. Earth, unload all installations. Okay, so that's, again, that's, what did we establish? That's 20. Okay, so we have 180 there right now. So do that 20, 40, 80. get rid of 80 of them and swap them out for mines. Let's start with that. Okay. Some more alien artifacts. Chronicles scrapped. New civilian mining things. Good stuff. Let's just check none of these are mining anything that I want. Doesn't look that way. Good. Another automated mine found over on Beta Telescopy. Recovered some more wealth. How is our wealth? Yeah, still tanking, but we're getting there on that. It should be growing over time. Ah, yes, thank you for people in the comments, by the way, pointed out I did things wrong when we were designing our ground units. We'll fix that when we update them. All right, so Mars now has 160 mines, which is taking up most of their workers. Let's just finish topping that off. Load some more mines. Oh, no, not on Mars. Earth, load mine. Mars, unload all installations. And we'll do that. They've got 160. 160 represents 80% of the amount they need, so we need 200. We've got 5, 10, 20. Good stuff. Found some more thorium. And now, Mars, of course, has some production. We should send it to Earth. Good. The deep space tracking station construction is done. Let's just switch over the production from that to financial sectors, because I don't want to find myself in financial hot water. And the deep space tracking station, by the way, you can see now we have, well, first off, the scouts, the Afghan scouts. Turn your active sensors off. There we go, so they're not fiddling on here. But now we can turn off passive signatures. So if we look at one of our ships, say the Daniels freighter, we've got a huge engine. So it has a large signature, 625, right? But it's no military engine. You get the really big ones on military engines. Right, the survey vessel here, you can see with 150% commercial ion drive. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's the signature per engine, isn't it? Where's the total? Is it up here? Is it that score? I don't think it is. Because it's got 3... Where do I see its signature? Do I see it here? Ship overview. Ship design. No sensors. Signature 300. Maybe engines don't stack? It seems unlikely. Anyway, each ship, well, when we design some military ships, it'll be more clear, but where each ship has a certain amount of a energy signature that it puts out. And those energy signatures are detectable by passive sensors. Now, active sensors can be detected themselves, whereas passive sensors can't, as far as I know. And if we look here and we turn on our passive versus signature of 10, so how far away will Earth be able to spot something with its passive signatures if they have a signature of 10 or 100 or 1,000? So let's say 1,000. You can see here that Earth's is huge. We can spot stuff almost as far out as Saturn. You can see that these guys have some much smaller ones as well on our civilian mining operations all have little passive sensors as well. But you can see that if we go to 10,000, that'll be a huge engine. We can see stuff almost as far out as Neptune, which is kind of crazy. So that's good. I'm happy that we've got some good detection, at least in the inner solar system. Okay, and away we go. Freight 2's completed orders. Good, so now Mars should be at more or less full employment. Not quite. I must have messed up something there. Let's just do that again a bit. Earth, load mines, unload them on Mars, and then refuel, resupply on Earth. So that's 5, 10, 20. Did I miscount last time I clicked or something? Not sure. Anyway, we will keep going with that. Okay. Go for it. Some abandoned maintenance facilities. Freight 1's completed orders. Okay, so now this planet has a much smaller worker shortage. Got less people working there. We've got a lot more mining going on. You can see that we're crunching through that. And yeah, they're building their own automated mines. There's still a few too many construction facilities. Let's do it again a bit more. How many are we at here now? 80. So we'll reload Earth. We'll jump through. We'll go to beta telescopy. We'll load up construction. We'll come back. Unload all installations. That's 20. We'll take 40 of them. Yeah, we'll take 40 of them away again. Okay, now Freight 2 should be done soon. Yep, there we go. Now Mars is at just about full employment. Fantastic. Which means that we're now mining a nice 3,300 minerals out of the surface of Mars. Love to see that. Now, lunar population dropping quite quickly because we're using it as our source for colonists. We should probably stop doing that. So Colonial 1. Let's have that cease its work. We need to grow some more people before we can start using them. But now we do have some spare infrastructure here. So Freight 2, let's have you refuel Earth, load infrastructure at Luna. Go ahead and take that to Io. And then refuel Earth, load infrastructure, and take it to Titan. And just cycle those moves for now. We're just going to keep an eye here. Ooh! We found 2 abandoned gamma shields on beta telescopy. So if we go to our stockpile, where is that? Here it is. We found some shields. So if we disassemble them, we get some research points towards alpha shields and shield regeneration. Cool. We're not going to use shields, or at least not in the immediate future, because I have never used shields. So I don't know how, basically. Adding some more slipways here to our military things. But in the future, we might well end up using those. Cool. I never recovered shields before. More abandoned construction facilities. Right, and I should be keeping an eye on lunar supported population here. Colonial 1's finished, that's fine. They can just do nothing for now. Some more wealth recovery. Freight 1's done. Okay, Freight 1. Now, we should have some people unemployed here. Yeah. And we can support way more people. So let's just take over the mines. Also, you don't need the ground force workers. Let's actually, yeah, Earth, refuel, load up some mines. I know you can't see this, by the way, but hopefully the audiobook version will be good enough for now, because otherwise I'll be moving screens constantly. Go to beta telescopy 2, unload installations, load up. You don't need the naval headquarters. You don't need... Well, you don't need one of the spaceports, actually. Although they're hard to move, aren't they? Let's not worry about that then. Load up the refueling stations. What else are people working in? Ground force. Yeah, load the ground force construction project. Project? Ground force construction complex, that's what it's called. Jump that through and unload them all. Okay. Good stuff. Nice, we have discovered jump drive efficiency 6. I think we probably want to keep going on power and propulsion. Do we want 8 before I do a new jump drive? Yeah, we might as well. We're not in a huge hurry to explore more systems now, is the thing. Freight 1 was unable to load the ground force thing. Ah, because the naval headquarters are really big. Okay. Fair enough. Freight 1's done. Okay, just hop back through and load up just the ground force complex alone. And unload them on Earth. Good. Some more alien artifacts being discovered. No big deal. Discovering alien artifacts is basically just the same as just finding some money. It doesn't really have any actual impact beyond, you know, just making some money out of it, basically. Right, Freight 1's finished. What have you got now over here? Still some people working in... Right, the spaceport. Let's bring the spaceport back. Load. Just one spaceport. And I forget how big spaceports are. I think they're... Ooh. Ooh. Yes, Battle State Launcher, you may make changes to my device. Fantastic. The Tarkov patch has just dropped. Excellent. Well, it's not finished downloading yet, but when that finishes downloading, this episode is finished. Okay. Right, where was I? Yes, load the spaceport, jump back, and unload it at Earth. Okay. Is Freight 2 doing something right now? Oh yes, Freight 2 is still taking infrastructure off Luna. All right, Lunar population. I want it to be at least 50 million. So Freight 2, stop cycling moves after this next round. And now we have Io up to 8 million and Titan still languishing at 3. I mean, the colony cost here really does mean we should probably focus on Mars and beta telescopy. And you know what? Given that we're struggling with population and infrastructure amounts, what I'd rather do than build infrastructure is build terraforming installations. Also, we shouldn't have stopped building. Let's slow our research. We shouldn't have stopped building construction facilities. I think you should always be building construction facilities. Build me another 500 of them. Just with 10%. Because then just so you're always scaling. ABS, baby. ABS. Always be scaling. Okay. The Neptune fuel shuttle is going back and forth. Freight 1 is done. Okay, so Freight 1 now is just going to start taking mines from Earth and dumping them on beta telescopy. And cycle those moves. Because we've got some unemployment here. We've got 1.7 million available people. We could take some people from Earth even. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's get Colony 1. We're going to load colonists to Earth. We're going to jump through and we're going to unload them at beta telescopy and then come home. And they can take 800,000 people at once. We can hold another 8 million here. So 800,000, 1.6 million, 3.6 million. Sorry. What did I say? 800,000, 1.6, 3.2, 6.4. Yeah, we'll start with 6.4. And then just go back to Earth. Okay. Combat Information Center and improved damage control, both researched. Nice. Anything else in the way of stuff we could do with... Sure, give me a planetary center strength bump. And then... What level tech should we go to before we build our first ship? Now that we found this new... what do you call it? Now that we found this new planet that has all these resources, we're going to build our first planet at the 15,000 tech level cost, if that makes sense. Once we've got all the relevant 15,000 tech level techs, that's when I will build the fleet, I think. So Mars, busily mining away. Got a bit of a worker shortage now. What? How did that happen? Must have put more mines there by mistake. Or maybe it's the fluctuation between... no, it's not that. Anyway, that's okay. 85, 95%. The population will grow as the infrastructure naturally grows. That's okay. Freight 2, then. Just head to Earth for now, I think. More alien artifacts. Come on, find me. Please find me a beautiful ancient construct. It would be great. Maintenance facility is done. Also, you know what I should do? I should save and take a look at my auto Marvin. Any sharp downward trends? No. Although, what's this? I didn't know you could hover over it. Tritanium is kind of topping out. And I think that's because tritanium is used in... Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was used in maintenance. That's uridium. Gallicite. We're looking kind of okay on resources. We're using... like our recurring costs. Our refineries, which is thorium. And we are losing thorium. But not at a kind of dangerous rate. We're okay. It's mostly corbamite. And what are we using corbamite for? Ah, so that's for the financial sectors, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm not that worried, to be honest. I think we're okay for now on resources. More abandoned mines. Come on, find me an ancient construct, please. Okay, missile agility. Done. What level was that? Yeah, so remember, we're going up to 15,000. We found mines, more fuel, some morale increases. They're just loving life, uncovering these ancient artifacts and being really happy about it. All right, colony is done. We can still hold another 5 mil. So let's load up some more colonists and send them on over from Earth. And then come home. So that's 800,000, 1.6, 3 point... Yeah, take another 6,000. It'll tiny bit overpopulate, but there'll be a rate. Interesting. Object reference not set. I don't know what that was. We found an inactive research center. Okay, so I'll just send over Freight 2 to go and bring it home. I guess. Load. Research facility. Come home. Earth. Unload. Cool. And that doesn't count as an ancient contract. No, it doesn't. There's more abandoned infrastructure. And yeah, I'll have to tick through because it's going to interrupt every time because of the inactive one. But now we found it, so that's fine. Ground force construction complex yet again. Okay. I think we will send Freight 2 to go and pick up that ground construction complex, even though it's going to take several trips in order to make that happen. I'll just cycle moves until it tells me it can't do it. That seems fine. Come on. Give me an ancient construct. We're 2/3 of the way there now. Our chance is dwindling. 2 abandoned science departments. As in the components. Interesting. We'll disassemble them just for the resources. Seems fine. Oh, excuse me. Not that you actually heard me sneeze, but still. Excuse me nonetheless. Okay. What was I looking at? We got some unused construction. That's very dumb. What did we finish building recently? It was a while ago. We'll put it up to 25% on that. We'll start making some... Yeah, I think actually... No, put that to 15%. I want some terraforming installations. How many do I want? 100? Start me off with 100. And that's going to use, it uses a fair amount of stuff, especially Brondide. Looks like it's going to be our limiting factor there. But 100's only using, yeah, no, give me more than that, actually. Wait, no, hang on. No, we don't want terraforming installations. We want to make a terraforming fleet. That's what we want to do. Cancel that. Sure, put it into construction facilities and research facilities. Okay, and don't stop on that in the foreseeable future. Okay, so we're gonna need these are all assigned, aren't they? Yeah, so this one here. Let's take a look at what it would look like to build a terraforming ship. Okay, new class. A terraforming vessel. Terraformer. Select a name. What would be a good name for terraforming? Maybe elemental. What? This is not elemental. This is the... That's weird. Why is that called elemental? It's the mnemonic alphabet. How about Terran Federation? Because you're terraforming. Terraforming. No, okay, maybe not. How about Dune? Famous fish. How about gods of weather and water? Yeah, that's fun. Because, weather, water, terraforming. Seems good. So, you'd need a terraforming module. Have we invented one of them yet? Looks like no. Okay, never mind. We'll invent a terraforming thing first. Where do I build them again? Is it logistics? How do you build a terraforming module? Is it Power and propulsion? Surely not. Defensive systems? You would have thought it was construction production. Am I just missing it here? I don't think I am. Ground combat? Logistics. Maybe I just missed it on this screen. Show me the TTT terraforming module. Recreation module. Geosurvey. Geological survey. Sensors. Did they change it so you have to invent a terraforming module? No. I must just be being silly. I really don't see it here, though. I'm not crazy. You can terraform from space. I know that much. Are we already researching it? That's a clever way to miss it. No. Okay, I guess I'm just going to check every one. Okay, there it is. It's under biology and genetics. I knew that. Well, tone down the... What should we cancel? I don't really want to cancel any of these. I guess we'll just research it next. Fine. Okay, and the number of mines on Earth is now, you know, drop in. How's the employment rate over here? Yeah, still got some, you know, plenty of people as we're shipping over extras, but more and more of them employed in mining. Destroyer belts has a new slipway. Add another one. Freight 2 was finally unable to load stuff there. That's fine. Just head on home. Another construction facility unveiled. Yeah, what have we got in terms of construction facilities here now? Up to 43. Cool. We built, yeah, quite a few. 12 of our own. Nice. And yeah, a lot of automated mines, a lot of mines, a lot of minerals coming out here. And you can see the stockpile is now being locked to the limits that I set. With the interesting exception of Gallicite. Okay. One thing we might want to do is consider spreading out in beta telescopy a bit. Because there are other places here very much worth mining. And I've already assigned them, in fact. Yeah, let's think about doing that now. Okay. Yeah, so let's populate those other ones that I selected with some stuff. So freight 2. How far can Daniel freight ships go before they need refueling? Remind me. 50 billion kilometers. Okay. So freight 2, I'm going to want you to go through the beta telescopy, go to the main one, load up a round of automated mines, and then take them to all these different things. So, no installations there. And then we're going to... What's an easy way to do this quickly? I'm not sure there is one, to be honest. Just load automated mine here, unload all here, load automated mine here, unload all here, load automated mine. Where did I get to? Oh, damn it, it's doing them one at a time. Here, load as many as you can. Automated mine. Unload. Load, unload, load, unload. As I said, some bits of this game, slightly repetitive, just a touch. But that's okay. Because when all these automated mines are here, you imagine how good it will feel. Imagine how validated our efforts will be. Oops. How far have they flown, by the way? Only up to 11 billion, so it should be good. Did we get to Moon 20 yet? I don't believe we did. We did. Okay. Moon 4. Here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this a template of movements. Asteroid 4 is included here. Okay. Load. Here. Unload. Okay, so that's a 17 billion round trip, which means they can go home, refuel, and then just cycle it. And we're also going to create a template. This is AM's BT2 to all AM sites. Sure. And if we want to do that again in the future, or set Freight 1 doing it as well, then we can. Now, of course, they also all need, what do you call them? Mass drivers. But I'm going to do that a slightly different way. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mass drivers. Earth right now has 16 mass drivers. Okay, so civilian, provide me a supply of 9 mass drivers. And then here, we're just going to request it on all of them. A demand for 1 mass driver. And see, this is a nice, quick way of doing it. Which is why the civilian sector is really good. Can you imagine how much shorter that was than having to not automatically, manually ship out all of those different mass drivers? Great stuff. Okay, go for it. And we'll steadily see lots of new automated mine things get populated in here. Good stuff. Laminate composite armor has been invented. What tech level was that? It was 20,000. Okay, that's ahead of where we actually need to be. Cool. And yeah, alpha, you can see alpha shields and shield regeneration rate now have some progress towards them already. Okay, so we'll stop doing defensive research for a second here, because I want my terraforming module and terraforming rate. Because we need those going. You can do, there's a thing about like genetic modification. I think it's in the game. I think it is in the game now. I'm not sure. I've never used it. I think it might not be in the game yet. But oh, sorry, that was a slipway added, wasn't it? I believe I said we were going to go up to 5 slipways. Maybe we'll stop at 4 actually. Beam fire controls done. Okay, and we said we were stopping at 15,000, didn't we? But some of them are on odd numbers. So this one, the one before this was 8. Not 15, so we will do that one all the way up. But sure, we'll do it with a slower guy, because what I also want is fire control rating. Good. Cool. I know it's been, you know, how long's the series so far? Like 9 hours, and we haven't built a military ship yet with guns and stuff. That's normal. That's normal, and that's going to come up probably next episode at this point. We'll build our first military ship. Or we'll at least start designing the components for our first military ship. Another abandoned mine. Another abandoned mine. I can't believe we're not going to get any ancient constructs off that whole thing, it looks like now. It's very disappointing. Okay, we got the Gorse stuff. These other missiles and kinetic, because of course it's a kinetic weapon. So we've got nice launch velocity. What else did we research? Planetary sensor strength. Well, give me the 2-stage thermonuclear warhead. That lets you have more powerful missiles of the same size. And then, sure, crank the planetary sensor strength. We don't really need the planetary... What the hell is... the heck was that? Apparently the Victoria 3 soundtrack includes some random Spanish? That was weird. That scared me. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, I've completely lost the plot. Where were we? Yeah, so we've increased the sensor strength, and so now you can note that we can see further with the same number of planetary sensors, which is pretty cool. More automated mines. Ooh, an abandoned particle beam was found. Cool. Disassemble them all. We've got a bunch of science into capacitor recharge rate 3s. Cool. Cool. Not stuff we're using right now, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Another beta terraforming installation was unveiled. How many of those have we found now? Oh, we're up to 50 million pop. Cool. Up to 3 terraforming installations. Nice. Very, very slowly going to be pulling this down. Won't make a difference to actually gets. Oh, Europa is getting a bit mad. Europa, of course, remember. Oh no, Europa not going to be one of our mining ones. Okay. Military wing. Load up. Police force and take it to Europa, please. Oh no, ground units. Load all ground units and then refresh. Oops. Don't turn Space Master on. Oh, we found some gravitational survey sensors here. But I think that's the one I already have. Yeah, so that was worthless. This is why, I think this is probably why we're not getting any stuff on this planet, is that this stuff that we're finding here is... This stuff that we're finding here is actually lower tech level than we already have. So nothing too exciting, to be honest, on that stuff. But it's a great planet regardless. It's Ganymede's turn to be upset. So we'll just load up some more police. Send them over to Ganymede. Then we'll also load up some police and take them to Ohio. Sorry, not Ohio. Io. Since they're going to get mad next. Good stuff. Yes, carry on. Okay. Yeah, just a bunch more stuff that we don't need. Oh, yes. And so now we've got these... Excuse me, stop. We've got these 25 on some and 20 on other automated mines all up and running. That's good stuff. Excuse me. Let's make sure they're all sending it to the right spot. Which, of course, is Beta Telescopy 1. Not Cygnus Precious Metals, which is annoyingly showing up first in the list. I'm not sure why, actually. Oh, hang on. I've put 20 mines here. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. We were supposed to... 3 means mine. 8 means populate. So I've sent stuff to all these freaking places we didn't want to do any mining on. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is add a supply of the amount of stuff that's already there. And Freight 2, I need you to remove all your orders. Just head home in disgrace. Okay. So, yeah, we'll add supply of these automated mines. So that's 40, 60, 80, 100. So we've got 100 that we put in the wrong place. We'll just put them on some of the right ones. This one could do with some, I think. This one's less good. This one could do with some. Okay, so we'll put automated mine, advanced. We'll put 50 here, and 50 on the other good one, which was this one. Yeah. Advanced, 50. Okay, and then those mass drivers, I'm less in a hurry to move them somewhere useful. Oops, what did I just do? Add supply. 1. Why didn't that work? Add supply 1. It added it to automated mine for some reason. Add supply of 1 mass driver. Ah, because the mass driver hasn't arrived yet? No, it is there. Do a 5-day tick. Edit the supply back down to the number they actually have. Mass driver, add supply 1. Curious. I don't know why that is. Can I do it here? No. I guess it's because they're like, it hasn't finished processing the fact they're being delivered. Maybe. Maybe it's because they're assigned. That could be it. Mass driver, add supply 1. Nope. All right. Maybe we just lost those mass drivers. Doesn't really matter. Either way. Freight 2 cannot cycle its order. That's fine. Financial sector created, and we have very much stabilized our wealth situation for now. Good. So those 50 just make me... I'm tempted to make some infrastructure, actually. Yeah, give me 50,000 infrastructure at pace. I want to expand the mining works here. I think the best way to do that is to... Well, I want to do various things with the infrastructure. One thing I want to do is start getting some of these ones, because these ones are designated to be populated. We want to get some populations on them, just so they start growing a little bit. And you should be having those pulled off. Yes, good. Freight 2's done. What do I want Freight 2 to do? Earth still has some mines, doesn't it? Yeah, not many, but Freight 2 can just start hauling mines over as well. And cycle that. Cool. You are not... Yeah, I mean, there's still available workers here. So, Colonial 1's finished, hasn't it? Yeah. I mean, the fact that the population here is growing quicker than I can deliver mines is, I think, a good sign. And Freight 1 is still doing it, isn't it? Oh, I'm a fool! Freight 1 with its 20 cargo holds this whole time has been loading mines one by one. Yikes. That's a yikes right there. Unload all installations and then jump back and we can get them to cycle those moves. Damn, so we're doing that literally 20 times slower than we needed. We could have been. Let's also take a look at our fuel situation. Yeah, that's what I thought. We have slightly topping out on fuel usage right now. So we need some more albatrosses, fuel harvesters. So add another slipway and get me some more albatrosses. From now on, if we need more fuel, when we notice that number is not going up, we just crank out a bunch of new albatrosses. There's the terraforming module complete. Good. Now I think we should probably switch over this to the 45% bonus guy. Good. And what else would I like to add some things to? Mining production, sure. Seems good. Okay, so now we have the terraforming module, we can finally design our terraforming ship. Ah, bollocks, that whole time I should have been growing the shipyard that's going to build these terraforming ships. Oh well. So we have our new thing, the terraformer, the Agion. And we're going to put on it the terraforming module. Now if we have one terraforming module, it's 2,600 tons-ish. Now we could probably make it, and as you can see, one terraforming module, it doesn't do much, 0.0003 atmospheres per annum. And by the way, when it says terraforming, the only thing you terraform is gas. You either add gas or you remove gas. There's no simulation of like Earth moving or, creating oceans by anything other than just adding water vapor to the air or trying to create the right balance of minerals in the soil or anything like that. It's just gas. So you just worry about atmospheres. Now, if we put one terraforming module on it, sure, it'll do that much. But if we put 4 on and made this massive thing and just put some weak ass engines on it, because this ship doesn't have to go very far very often. This is going to be a fleet of terraformers that basically you build it on Earth, it moves to Luna, terraforms Luna, and then moves somewhere else very slowly because it's going to be in those places for freaking ages. So it doesn't really matter. Let's update the armor. It doesn't really matter how long it takes to get there. I think 117,000 tons might be a bit excessive though. Let's go with... Let's build a 100,000 ton ship. Don't get me wrong. It's big. We'll give it a large fuel storage, maybe 2, so it can go plenty of distance. And yeah, it doesn't need to get there fast, because once it's there for the long haul. So yeah, 92,000 tons on the terraformer. Okay, so now this shipyard, we're going to need a continual capacity upgrade. I mean, yeah, if we look at how long it takes to add 10,000, it's a long time. So it's going to be a while before we can start making these. That being the case, actually, yeah, let's make a small version first, which still has the same number of engines. Yeah, let's make this first at 42,000 tons, approximately 42,000 tons, and then we can have the shipyard building these while it's still getting ready to build the others. And this is the Earth Mover Docks Terraformer. Yeah, so while it's building a couple of these smaller ones, we can have it building the bigger ones. Or rather, resizing such that it can handle building the bigger ones. Okay, so it's going to take a while to get to them, but that's what I want first, the Aegeon, and then we'll copy it, and we'll rename it, rename comp, no, sorry, rename class. This will be the Aegeon MK2, which is just the same, but it has 2 extra terraforming modules. Good. Okay, and we'll start moving towards being able to build them. Excellent. Hey, another terraforming installation found for free. Nice. Alright, and we've got a fair amount of... Oh, and there's a terraforming rate tech. And yeah, in the meantime, we'll just crank through a bunch of these terraforming rate techs. so that we can have these. I mean, that one is like a 33% increase. They're substantial to the increase to the actual rate that you can get the terraforming done. Hey, Mars's population is exploding. Why is Luna's population 0.3,000? Whoops. It's because I kept it as a source of colonists, I think. And it just got absolutely drained dry, sending all the colonists to Mars. That's funny. That's quite funny. So there's another 10 million available workers on Mars right now. In that case, let's have Freight 2 take some mines to Mars. But actually the thing is, Mars has so much less accessibility. We shouldn't be sending more people to Mars. This is stable now. These can be destinations, but we don't need to send more people to Mars. Because we don't want to be mining Mars as a priority. We want to be mining Beta Telescopic, because that's where that's where all the resources are. Okay. More maintenance supplies, some sorium, more maintenance supplies. Yeah, nothing too fancy being unveiled. Another fuel refinery. We'll bring that back at some point. How's the employment looking? We do now have a worker shortage. Okay. So we will stop cycling moves after the next delivery of mines and consider what else we want to do with our freight vessels for a bit here. And slipway has already been added to Titus Manufacturing. I'll add another one. I don't know what I want to do with that, but I have a strong suspicion. And we will go up to 5 slipways on these. Actually, we have the people. Like you can see, we're starting to use a lot. There's 73 million people working in shipyards. But being able to do these things fast when we're able to do them will be good. Also, I should disassemble all these components, which will get us just all the resources from them. Actually, don't disassemble cargo shuttle bays because we can reuse them again. Okay, so now soon the freight teams should, and by teams I mean fleets, should finish their work. Nice, and some more albatrosses. Give me another bunch, because I think we're probably still trending down on fuel. Let's see. Yeah, quite a sharp decline in the amount of fuel we have. So we'll get the new albatrosses. And we know where they're going. They're going to join the Neptune fuel thing. Where is it? I just called it fuel harvesters. That's a bad idea. Because then I can't tell which fuel harvesters are from that menu. I thought it was redundant. It's not redundant because it means you can, in this menu, you know where they are. So this is BT5, probably. Hello, my love. Excuse me. Right. Where was I? Yes, so they should go and join the fuel harvesting fleet. Great. And if we take a look at the fuel harvesting fleet, we're collecting, we only had 4 in there right now, producing 3.3 million a year. Yeah, no wonder we were running out. Fair enough. All right, keep it going. Freight 2 is done. Okay. So now we have a bunch of infrastructure on Earth. There it is. We're going to get this guy to refuel Earth, load up infrastructure, and then take it to... I think to start with, we will take it all to Beta Telescopic 2. And then from Beta Telescopic 2, we'll take it out to the other ones. Well, no, let's just do it straight from... yeah, let's do it that way. So we're just going to unload it there and then jump back and just cycle that. Cool. Okay. And then Freight 1 is actually going to do the same exact thing. So we might as well template this. This is inf Earth to BT2. And then with Freight 1, we'll go order templates, inf to BT2, cycle moves. Great. Why is the time required so much longer? Ah, because they're already partway along the path. Fine. Okay. And how are you doing on that terraforming? They've managed to remove like 0.02. Nice. And yeah, Earth Shipyards is done. Some inactive research labs on Earth. What were you working on? Jump drive efficiency, eh? Well, we'll put you back on that then. Ah, and also the magnetoplasma drive one ended. Let's put some guys on that too. We've got a lot of research labs. That's probably where we're using most of our employment. Yeah, look at that. 211 million people are being employed as scientists right now. That's kind of crazy. This compendial capacity upgrade is going on. You know what? Let's not mess about. Let's just go straight to this big one. That's fine. It is 92,000, 92,300. Okay, so you are now obsolete. And you should be continual capacity up to 93,000. Fine. It's going to take a while, but might as well just do it in one go. Slipway added to the drinker razors. Yep, just keep adding slipways there. You need a lot of fuel harvesters, and sometimes you need them in a hurry. Now, it looks like I didn't assign new on enough techs. So there we go. Should solve that. Another automated mine. Yes, another terraforming station. Nice. I like that we've got this kind of locally based terraforming production going on Beta Telescopy. It's fun. Okay, and the amount of infrastructure on Earth should be dropping. No, we're actually building it faster than we're doing it. Nice. Okay. And yes, some more albatrosses. We will construct another round of 6, and then we'll pause for now, I think, on albatross construction. See how things look when we just have these, and then those guys, of course, are going to go and connect the Neptune fuel harvesters. Good. Because now we should be up to like 10 million fuel harvesting a year-ish. Maybe slightly more, maybe 11 million. Let me check. Yeah, 10.7. Which is, yeah, I mean, that's getting up there for sure. Finally, our stabilization fleet is done. Can just come home. Don't really need that or anything else. And maximum engine size research is done on Earth. Okay, let's get maximum engine power modifiers going, which we will need for our military vessels. So you tend to want them to be very fuel inefficient, but like absolutely stonking great speed is what you tend to want on them. What was that? Fire control rating? Yeah, just carry right along with that. Good stuff. Okay. Well, hang on a second. Right, okay, and that's where we're going to end the episode today, I think. We made some great progress today. Research is chunking along. We've got some great construction production stuff going. You know what, I might try this series that I haven't before. I might try some orbital mining. I've never really done any orbital mining. But, yeah, okay, I think we're going to call it there. In the next episode, we will continue to exploit Beta Telescopy, getting some stonking great mining production now. What are we looking at here? Wow, that's nice and neat. Exactly 20,000. We've got 20, 30, 31. We're looking at like 40,000 production of minerals in this system so far. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye. My stop recording button didn't work. Let me try that again. Bye-bye.